Now, thank you very much for your patience. We were finally able to patch in. Hopefully, I will be able to answer all of your questions because I know there is a heap of questions. And I would like to say to all those people whose questions we will not be able to answer that on the NEEW website, there is a section, frequently asked questions, where we posted already 600 or over questions. So maybe one of your questions will be there if we don't answer your question today, because hundreds of questions were asked using Google form. So I think we can start in order not to waste any more of our time. Unfortunately, I don't know who is asking those questions. We tried to systemize them, and let's try and delete the questions that repeat themselves. So the first question is when we can use digital guarantees, those who already have the license, and do we have to take the training? So, and what this training consists of. So the question of when we can use the digital guarantees, the answer is quite simple. We are launching the smart contracts already. We are working with the servers, and in August, we will synchronize everything so that smart contracts could take force in autumn for all those people who already purchased different licenses, took the exam, and now have the right to conclude smart contracts, execute them. And in August, we will start sending you all the licenses A and M. Of course, you need to take a course. You need to listen to it to the very end, answer all of the questions. And when you do that, the system will allow you to move forward, and you will be entered into the list of physical individuals or companies, depending on what educational package you chose. And then you need to be in the rating for at least 6 months. We're talking about the work between businesses and individuals. And for you to be able to work with banking institutions, you need to be in our rating for at least 1 year. So that's why we're talking about here January 2022, when you are able to issue digital guarantees or have digital guarantees issued starting from January 2022. So we would like to ask the moderator to give us to the interpreters the list of all the questions, so that would be easy for us to translate. So let's go to question number 2. Again, in September, we're going to launch smart contracts. But here, we're not talking about the rating. We're talking about smart contracts. So if the value of the token goes up, will we be able to use those tokens for NDE? Guys, it's not really important how much the token costs for the NDE project. We do not calculate the value of the token. For the digital guarantee, we need to have the total value of the goods or the services. And of course, the cost of the token will change, and the higher the cost of the token, the fewer tokens you will need to cover the cost of the goods or services that you want to purchase. You know that we have 4 types of tokens, and you can use any of them: World CRU, CRU, UNTB, and USDU. And we will need liquid tokens in order to issue guarantees for short and mid terms. As for WCRUs, all people have them frozen for now. So we will be able to use those tokens for smart contracts that provide for services to be provided in the long run. Our courses start in early September. We digitalized all of our courses, and starting September, we will be able to hold them in different languages. We're talking about the courses for digital sellers, depending on the type of license that you purchased, depending on the country of origin. We will be able to provide the courses in 14 languages. And we will give preference to countries where at least 1,000 licenses were purchased. We're talking about priority. And right now, in addition to the Italian language, the first language that we're going to have all of our courses translated into will be Russian, because we have a lot of people willing to participate in the project from Russia and Kazakhstan. And thanks to them, Russian is going to be the next language that the courses will be translated into. Well, those people who stake their CRUs and WCRUs are we going to, okay, let's rephrase. The tokens that we put on staking, will they be frozen, that are frozen? They will not be moved anywhere. They will be just locked in the same wallet. And the money that you pay for the goods or services can be paid, or you can pay for goods and services using the reward from staking, the so-called dividend reward from staking your tokens. Also, we are going to launch an application that you can download to your smartphones or tablets, and that application will help people who are not really experts to be able to conclude smart contracts automatically. And you will be able to see what is the return on your tokens, what is the profitability, and whether the reward from staking will be enough for your monthly payments for products or services. If the price for the service is lower than your monthly dividends, you will be able to cover it, the entire cost. If the monthly payment is higher than your monthly reward for staking, then you will just have to pay the difference. If the monthly payment is lower, then the difference will be accrued to your wallet. Someone says, I would like to be an intern in this project. Well, as far as I know, we don't have people responsible for internship, and maybe the question was not translated correctly, because a person is asking about the internship and VAP. Maybe club, maybe they meant a signaler and not the intern. So guys, it doesn't matter if you're a VAP club member or not. You just have to get in touch with someone from the NDE team. And then you can choose the courses that you want, take the course and become a signaler. For you to be able to purchase our courses in the API back office, you don't have to be an active VAP club member. So someone says, can I ask for a loan of €1 million in a bank? Well, it depends on how many tokens you have. As I said, we will start working with banks in January 2021, full scale, but a person needs to be in our registry for at least a year before they can submit such an application to the bank. And as I already said, we're going to check the amount of token, the number of tokens a person has, and depending on the amount of tokens, you will be able to receive a certain amount. And I would like to also tell you that you need to have quite a lot of tokens in order to receive $1 million or euros. Okay, now the next question is, can we have digital guarantees issued under UNTB tokens? UNTB that we receive as reward for staking. So there was some technical problem in the English room, but I think we have solved it already. Okay, so let's repeat the question. Can we use for digital guarantees UNTBs that people receive as reward for staking and whose value is quite low right now? Well, based on our prediction of the UNTB value growth, well, of course, it's not going to happen like tomorrow when we wake up, UNTB's value will not skyrocket, but we should remember that in addition to us starting to work with physical individuals, we also sign agreements with businesses, with companies, and people who are already digital sellers started working with companies for them to join our product, to be included in our registries. And of course, lots of companies will be already interested, and their interest will grow, and they will need UNTBs. So they will purchase UNTBs to be able to use them as collateral, because UNTBs they didn't have their crypto wallets, and they will have to open crypto wallets. And for that, you need UNTBs. Therefore, people who don't have any tokens, don't have a crypto wallet, they will have to buy UNTBs. And of course, people will have to buy CRUs and WCRUs too. And at a certain time, certain point, the demand will be bigger than the supply. And as the market dictates, when the demand is bigger than the supply, the price goes up. And we already have estimated growth of the tokens. And also the first WCRUs will start unfreezing in February next year. And WCRUs that will be unfrozen in February will have their own value, market value, whereas WCRUs sold by UGPay Group AG will have their own price, but they will be frozen. We will be sending those courses approximately in 1 week. We will be sending the courses into those countries that bought most licenses. And then in September, you will be able to sign smart contracts with the companies that joined the project. So what are the advantages that digital guarantees offer? I don't really know who asked this question. I'm not quite sure what kind of advantages and benefits you're talking about. But as far as the smart contracts are concerned, digital guarantees will allow everyone in all the countries of the world both individuals and business entities who join our community, who become our members, will be able to use tokens as collateral instead of collecting a heap of documents like income statements and real estate statements and so on and so forth. So as soon as a company becomes a member of our system, we will no longer need to invest our money anymore. We will be investing, putting our tokens in staking, and thanks to the staking reward, we will be able to pay for products and services in installment if necessary. So not all of the questions are formulated correctly. So, but anyway, I can tell you that digital guarantees will be an instrument that will replace the current banking guarantees. And the bank requests from you your income statement, your mortgage statement. They ask for some collateral for if it's a big batch of goods or products. And that's how a bank guarantees the payment of the goods, and you as the company have a certain amount of money deposited and frozen. For example, if a person, an individual, wants to rent a car, you deposit a certain collateral. For example, on your bank card, a certain money is frozen, and that money serves as guarantee that if the car is damaged, you will be able to cover that damage. And also on a weekly or monthly basis, you pay some money as rental payment for using the car. Now, imagine that collateral being paid in tokens, being deposited in tokens. Instead of depositing, you stake it in the name of the company, but you will be receiving reward from staking, and that reward will be enough for you to pay your rental payment. Plus, the value of the token will grow. For example, if today I staked a token and it costs $1, maybe in 1 month or 6 months when the staking is over, that token will not cost $1 anymore. It will cost $1.2. Hence, I will have an extra income of 20 cents per token. And if I work with real estate brokers or companies to buy an apartment, and that was a question, we don't really have to work with a real estate agency because the real estate agency will pick an apartment for you. But for you to be able to buy it, you will have to go to the bank. And you will have to find a bank, maybe using the real estate agency itself. And we are already working with several companies, several franchises, agencies, real estate agencies. And I'm talking about Italy and Europe right now, because it's been more than a year since we've been studying the reaction, the response of businesses and people. We've been doing our market research, and the current goal for us is to create our own wallet, put tokens in staking in order to be added to the registry, and be able to work with companies or businesses while the banks do not work with us yet. And you in your country can already start looking for people who are ready to work with us. Maybe you won't be able to find someone in Peru or the United Kingdom, someone who would be interested, but you can work as signalers in those countries. And then at the last stage of your cooperation, we will be able to help you close the deal. So someone asks, can we use the frozen world CRUs as digital guarantee for digital guarantees? Yes, we already mentioned that you can. Can we pay for already existing loans using digital guarantees? Well, when we start working with financial institutions, probably you will be able to refinance your loan if the financial institution, the bank, is registered in our system. So you can repay your loan in that bank and have it issued under the new collateral, the token. So if it's a different bank, then probably your current bank can have that loan paid and reissue the new loan under the token in your name. Someone says, I already invested in WCRU and Skyway. Why would I invest in digital guarantees? Well, you don't have to invest in digital guarantees. It's just an instrument that you can use or not. I, for example, purchased educational packages. I was offered Skyway shares and tokens. So those are the two instruments related to the global investment portfolio. And innovative transportation technologies. And remember that those token points were given as a gift. You were buying the education, whereas digital guarantees is a product, it's a service. So instead of paying in fiat money and using fiat money as a collateral, you can use tokens within digital guarantees. You don't have to invest into banking services, but what you can invest is in your education. And in order to be a member of the digital guarantees community, you have to purchase education to be able to use digital guarantees. And especially this rule applies to business entities, to businesses. At the initial stage of cooperation with us, you will have to go through the training course, which will be about the blockchain, how it works, how to handle cryptocurrencies, how to use innovative technologies, and so on and so forth. And right now, we will also keep like a crypto log. We will have people who will be renewing the information, updating the information all the time, so that you would have the current information about all the courses, the digital currency courses, and all the information related to digital guarantees. There's a person who moved from Colombia to Italy asking whether they can participate in the project. Of course, you can. Any person can purchase tokens. It's not like they have a citizenship. It's an international token. It's a digital share. So you can buy and use tokens from any corner of the world where there is internet connection, where you can use a smartphone or a tablet. You can use tokens to use our service. Someone asks, can I use digital guarantees if I'm in a different time zone? Maybe you don't understand the concept, but if I understood your question correctly, then it doesn't really matter in what time zone you are. Give us a second. We'll try to figure out what the person really meant. Because again, guys, this product works 24/7. And it's not like you're bound to a specific time zone or working hours for you to be able to use that product. Of course, it's depends on the working hours in your country, but the product itself is available 24/7. So the next one, the streaming recordings will be sent starting the 10th of August. We're talking about the Congress 2021 recordings. So please keep track of, just check your email addresses regularly, email boxes regularly, and you will receive detailed instructions what you need to do to get the links to our product and all the recordings. Someone says, why don't I have in my back office the 50% discount? Well, again, going back to the previous answer, all of those promo codes will be sent to your emails. We are planning to send the links on the 2nd of August, but remember, we extended the promotion. That's why the codes will be sent on the 10th of August until the 17th of August. The next question is whether digital guarantees have a sales page to work online. Well, yes, digital guarantees will have a possibility to work in e-commerce NDE is like an incubator, business incubator, and we are looking for products that the companies are ready to offer when joining our community. And we will be testing those companies. We will be like auditing them, checking them, see whether their product is interesting for our community, and those products that can be sold to our community will be offered to everyone in any country, so that it would be mutually beneficial for everyone. After all, we are working in multi-level crowd investing. And that's why the products should have the characteristics that would allow other people to receive commission from their sales. So yes, ND, as I said, is going to be like a business incubator or like a tester of new products. Now, the next question is, I bought the ticket for streaming of the event in Rome. Can I get a 50% discount on the EAP digital guarantees? Yes, again, as I said, just check your email box regularly. You will be able to fill in a form, get your promo code, and get a 50% discount. The discount was valid until this morning. And someone says, how can I pay for the NDE package? Well, we provided lots of payment options. You could pay in units, you could pay in USDUs. You can see our product in the API back office. So you pay for this specific EAP the way you pay for any other educational package in our back office. So in order to get a mortgage or a loan in 2021, how many specific opportunities, possibilities we have? Or better, what is the chance of me getting a loan thanks to your product? So this is the question. Okay, it all depends on you. I'd say the chance is 100%, depending what country you are in and in what country you would like to use our product. And of course, we are already signing here in Italy contracts with businesses and banks, letter of intentions, memoranda. And as I said, you have to be in our registry for at least 12 months. And we should also have the banks interested in our tokens. If it's an international bank, then of course, we need to have at least 15,000 participants in the registry, 15,000 prospective clients for the banking institution. And in this case, banks gave us this specific number because based on the previous experience, they calculated that out of 15,000 people, they will be able to get a certain percentage of new clients, and hence it will be interesting for them. The next question is whether staking can be used both for CRUs and WCRUs. Yes, guys, you can use all 4 tokens on our blockchain. Another question is whether we can pay for a service from the reward from staking. Again, yes, I did already mention it. There will be a system activated that will help you understand what is your staking reward and how much you have to pay. And this system will remind you, this application will remind you in what tokens and in what currency you have to pay.
Well, I buy license A for limited liability company, do I need to buy something extra? Maybe I misread this question. So you buy license A, but this license is for household use only. If you want to use it as a business, as a company, then you are to buy a license C. And how can I do it? I've just explained it. I explained it above. I would like to take a course for a digital seller. Can I get some additional information? Yes, you can, but you may get the information from the chat, the member of which you are, as I said, we will start our courses since September. And as I explained many times, it will be recorded, meaning you can listen to it as many times as needed. You will answer the specific number of questions. In the end, there will be a test, and you will get a certificate of a digital seller. And this certificate will enable you to act as a digital consultant. And when we have 50,000 people around the globe trained in this specialty, then this occupation will be recognized globally. Well, I see some repetitions. Is it possible to get 8% monthly from staking by being Evorich ambassador? Look, there is no staking for CIU, as there were the specific number of CIUs reserved for this staking program, CIU for CIU, and therefore staking of CIU for CIU is not available anymore. You may have crew and can we use crew or world CIU to get a loan for housing? Yes, you can do it. You can buy CIU at Unitex if needed, but once again, I will repeat it. CIU for CIU staking is not available. May I stake CIU that I buy at the exchange? And now I talk about CIU, not World CIU. World CIU is a token that will be frozen for another 1 year. And if I convert CIU into World CIU, this is the date when they will be frozen, and 1 year after they will be unfrozen. You may use frozen CIU and or unfrozen CIUs for a digital guarantee. CIUs that are staked, they will earn UNTB, and UNTB could be used for digital guarantees. As I repeated many times, our 4 tokens can be used for digital guarantees. May I, being a signaler, work as a digital seller? First of all, digital sellers that will take our course could act very autonomously, but in case this is a holding or it is the stock company, you need to be in touch with a digital seller with some experience to be able to close this deal. Another question. If a person in a family buys license A, can all other members of the households use it? Look, if you buy any type of license, this is your personal license, and having license A, I may not provide digital guarantees for members of my household. So here we have no notary, but we have blockchain, and blockchain has specific parameters. It will control or monitor who buys the license to sign smart contracts, and this when you apply for the smart contract to be concluded, your name will be indicated. And for instance, you may borrow some tokens from your relatives, from your family, but if your name is not in the license, then you cannot sign a contract. You cannot apply for digital guarantees. There is a question. If you insure your car, get insurance for your car, who will pay the insurance premium? Therefore, 2% for a digital guarantee will be paid by a person who applies for a service, and 2% could be paid through the proceeds generated by your tokens staked. Therefore, 2% of your return will be distributed, as said before, 1%, that is the income of the global investment portfolio, and 1% is to pay out commission and the maintenance of the project. Another question. I bought the recording of the Congress and haven't received my code. Starting from the 10th of August, we will start sending you your promo codes to be used to get our packages. When can we take advantage of this service and how will it work? I don't clearly understand what you mean. I am asking this person once again, what does he, she mean? Please make your questions more specific. If you have, or if you mean to ask me about the digital guarantees, hopefully I've been too detailed with my explanations. And again, there is a question. When the courses start, they will start in September, and the codes will be sent to you starting from next week. The links to the courses and the instructions with full description of how it works. Therefore, please wait a bit. The courses will be sent to you in your specific language. And if you are an English speaker, then you will get a course in English or in Hindi, in Russian, Arabic, and etc. All the courses will be translated into 14 languages. And each of you will receive your course in the language you speak. There is another question. What are the benefits we will get from this project? I don't know what you mean. If you mean tokens, someone may feel sad or bored or doesn't believe the company, but look at the history of the first Bitcoins, the first cryptocurrencies, and trust me, there will be growth. For instance, if you take a period of 5 years, any fiat currency, US dollar, euro, pound sterling, and I will compare its purchasing power within 5 years, and I will realize that 5 years ago, in order for me to buy something, I spent 10 US dollars for this specific product, whereas today it will cost me 14 or 15 US dollars. So the US dollar is quite a stable currency, but anyway, there is inflation, there is improvement in the standard of life, and therefore it's normal that to buy the same product, today I need to spend more fiat money. And every year I lose a small piece of my capital. And if you look at a span of 5 years, the history of cryptocurrencies, a few years ago, the value of all the serious cryptocurrencies was much lower. And capitalization increases, their capitalization increases. And this is for our benefit, meaning that a part of our savings may be invested into crypto world. And in terms of the benefits of the digital guarantees, there are 2 aspects to consider. If you refer to people who will work with our project, then you will promote and market training programs, and those people who buy these training courses, in case they have no tokens, they will buy tokens from UGPay, and Evorich will give you a percentage for the package of tokens a person or a business buys from UGPay. But in terms of guarantees themselves, first of all, you may work with the companies that will be a part of our project, and the price of tokens will increase. Many of you got tokens as a gift without actually paying for them. And therefore, in any sector where we operate, the use of tokens will be beneficial for you. Without money, of course, if you have no money, you may promote our project, become an active partner, and I don't tell you start creating a structure of multi-level crowd investing, but there are people who do not want to engage in MLM, so they may work with the first downline. They simply offer the product and earn their percentage. From the package they will sell. And if today you have no money, then Evorich and our community offers you an opportunity to make your earning. In any case, our work is a work of a salesperson. I don't want to tell you that you are to make a phone call, to make phone calls or make a list of your prospects You may work in a different way. You may go out and visit companies, go to the industrial area of your town or city and talk to the owners of these companies, or talk to those people you know, or those people you still don't know, but who may be interested in our services, in our product. Those people who are interested in earning together with us. For Indians, there are the same opportunities like everywhere around the globe, with the only difference that the population in India is numerous and the market is vast, and therefore you have more people. And in our community, only 400,000 Indians registered from India, and therefore imagine which potential for expansion you have. India indeed is an unknown world, and I know many residents of India who are interested in changing their lives. Therefore, you have a lot of opportunities, and I would advise you to contact Harvinder Singh. Harvinder is the leader, one of the leaders in our Indian community, and he will explain you how to work. So another question is about an office in India. It will be opened as soon as we have the specific minimum number of people to be registered, and 15,000 people in each country. And as soon as we reach this figure, there will be an office open, and not even one. And we can give you a chance to get loans for individuals. So I don't want to dive deeper into details, so it will be a surprise, and I believe that in another few days we will discuss it in more detail. Well, another point is that monthly, I would like, so there is a question, I would like to get money from a bank monthly to buy my apartment, but the interest is too high, 19%, and can digital guarantees help me buy my real estate? I have 200,000 tokens, CIUs and world CIUs combined. Next year, you can take advantage of our product to present your, to apply, to submit an application to a banking institution. But once again, it's not the project digital guarantee that will extend a loan, but the project digital guarantees will allow you to use a collateral, not some immovable property you already have, but your tokens you have. And these tokens will be taken or accepted by banking institutions as a collateral, and they will grant you loans. I don't know which country this question is from, either Italy, Russia, India. Therefore, I may not be more specific, but in 2022, by answering your question, in 2022, the answer to your question will be more clearer, and we will have a lot of banking institutions as our partners to implement this project. The next question. I am asked whether it makes sense to convert CIU into World CIU. First of all, answering your question, I would have done it much earlier. In order to convert your 82,000 CIUs, it may cost you some money. And we lost the sound. Now it's back. And these 82,000 CIUs could be enough to be used as a collateral to get a loan of 100,000. NDE offers two services. You may get a loan, and secondly, make a payment through the percentage you earn under the staking program, the interest, the bank interests. But I have some doubts that maybe the number of your tokens may not be enough to get the loan in the amount mentioned. In the back office, you may buy training packages, as I said above. I bought a streaming ticket to Congress, but I did not watch it in full. I did not manage to watch the Congress in full. I bought a ticket for live participation. Yes, you can get access to the recording of our Congress, and quite soon you will get all the links provided. How can we download a course? The training course of the project, depending on the type of the course purchased, next week we will start sending licenses and courses for license A will be sent at the end of August. Here I have a question that maybe there is no sense in working with you at this stage, but we'd better wait until you address all the challenges that come up. I don't know what you mean as in NDE project, there are no challenges, and we are fully in line with our timeline, with our plan, and we are fully in line with our plans and forecasts we have. But I would like to tell you, if all of us stay still without doing nothing and ask to call you when all the challenges are resolved, yes, we can do it, but those who come the first, they earn more. And there is another question about the recording of the Congress. How much can we earn? A good question, nothing else, with no explanations. And therefore, my answer is I don't know how much, as there are no further details. If you want to know how much you may earn in our project, how much you may earn as a full-time digital seller or a full-time digital manager, and you may help all those people who would like to buy our service to fill out a smart contract, I cannot be specific in answering this question, but look, there is a bonus plan attached, but the money you may earn will depend on you, depending on how active you will work in our project and how much time you will devote to it. It's up to you. The next question, what is digital guarantee? How can we buy it? And why is it important? And I believe this is a question of the person who got interested in our question quite recently. A digital guarantee, if you heard before, listened to me before, is a tool that will enable you by having tokens. You may use your tokens as a guarantee instead of using your immovable property as a collateral for a bank. Digital guarantee is not bought. Digital guarantee is provided as soon as you buy the training course that will give you the right to get a license, ensuring access to our service. And it also allows you to be a part of our digital registry that will contain information about all those people having access to this service. Well, here you have some advantages. We change the patterns, the traditional patterns. We work in a different way as compared to the traditional systems. Let's assume that you would like to buy sorry, the sound is lost again. So we are back again, and we lost Emanuele at some point and then asked him to repeat the answer again, but he was scared that he is asked to start from very beginning. So digital guarantee is an additional opportunity. And in order to explain how it works, I will give you an example. Let's say that someone would like to rent an apartment or a house. And as a rule, I must give some amount as a collateral. So my 2 or 3 months rental fee, because in case after leaving this apartment, the state of this apartment is improper or something is damaged, by having this tangible collateral, the owner of the flat will fix it. And in addition to that, every month I am to pay the monthly rental fee. And for instance, I know that monthly I will spend 1/3 of my salary to pay for the rental of this apartment. And my savings that I already have are in part in the hands of the owner of the lot of this apartment. And when this collateral amount is returned, it will be different. It won't be equal to the value of this money on the date I gave it as a collateral to the owner of the flat, because there is the inflation. And when the money is paid back, the purchasing power of this amount of money will be less. But regarding our tokens, they allow you to have 3 sources of income. Staking for UNTB, UNTB will grow in price depending on the demand on the market, and by opening new wallets on our blockchain, UNTB's price will go up. We don't know how high it may reach, but it will happen. And this is the first benefit. The second benefit is the following. By retaining tokens or giving tokens as a collateral for a number of years, when these tokens return to me, their value will be higher than compared to the date when I gave them as a collateral. And quite soon, the companies, after the pandemic is over, will start operating to their full potential. And since NDE is a part of global investment portfolio and we are co-owners of the companies, this way we will earn some dividends generated by our global investment portfolio depending on your portion of tokens. And therefore, this is the benefit non-project may offer you. And this explains the significance, the importance of our token and the benefits offered by our project. For instance, right now, some households may need some dentist services or ophthalmology services, but we cannot afford them because now we have some financial constraints, but I can use my tokens to get these services. For instance, I am unemployed. I am not viewed as a credible client or solvent client, and I may not pay for the services of doctors I need, or I may not pay back the debts that are accumulated. So therefore, the situation is getting worse and worse. Even in case some doctor provides services, I may not pay for his work. But in case our project includes some dentists, some doctors that will accept tokens as a collateral, then I can use my tokens as a collateral, so provide my tokens as a collateral. I will not be in debts or get a part of my salary to pay for their services, but I will use the specific number of tokens provided as a guarantee of my payment for the services of a dentist. And in case I cannot pay for these services, so the dentist in this case will be able to sell our tokens, and tokens value, you remember, will go up. Therefore, they will be in the benefit. Well, hopefully I answered all your questions. Therefore, we hope that... Oh, there is another one. I live in the UK. How can I use digital guarantees? Like everywhere, you do like everyone does in other countries, as described before. I explained already the qualifications in the project. What are the qualifications in the project? There are no qualifications. There are new professions: signaler, digital seller, and digital manager. Signaler is the person who introduces individuals or businesses to this concept, to this idea. Digital seller is the person who closes the deal, and digital manager is a professional in a company. After he takes the training course, he may work with smart contracts on behalf of a company. But he's not an IT guy. We are synchronized with your structures in Evorich, and we will have our bonus plan, our marketing plan for new people joining our project. And to participate in NEEW project, depending on the license you buy, you may work with different categories of prospects. But as soon as World CIU will be listed at global exchanges, first of all, these World CIUs must be unfrozen, unblocked. Therefore, starting from February 2022, we will start the process of unfreezing. And I believe that in April, there will be the sufficient number of unfrozen World CIUs. And from that point, we may start our activities. There is a question why World CIU or while CIU costs so low at the exchange. Unfortunately, I don't know. Quite likely, people are fed up with waiting and they are in a rush to sell, whereas they still don't understand which mistake they make now. And therefore, someone out of you may not understand how beneficial it is to buy CIU and World CIU at this low price, but it is not the topic of our today's discussion, because here we have a totally different topic. And therefore, if you are worried that CIU price is too low, you will see that it will grow up. It will grow up quite soon. And if you are not worried, if you are quite oppositely certain about the future of this project, not ND project, but all our projects, then I will recommend you to buy CIUs today, because the price will go up, as I said. And I'd like to tell you one more thing. In the world, there are millions and millions of businesses and companies. And if tomorrow or we have time machine and we are a few years after, in case we have 10 million companies in our community or 10 million individuals and businesses altogether, for all of them to benefit from the services offered by digital guarantees, then we may not give them more than 8 million tokens per each one. 10 million users to be multiplied by 8 million, and you see the figure. And look, to satisfy or to meet these high demands, our tokens will cost much more than they cost today, because the companies, to be able to get digital guarantees, they don't need 8 million tokens. They need at least 100, 200, 300 million tokens. And if I give $80 million tokens to each company, then you will see that our pool of tokens will be reduced, and we already have tokens we own, and therefore the more guarantees we provide, the more applications for these digital guarantees we have, the less tokens will be available in the market. And the less tokens are available in the market, the higher their price will be. And the higher their price will be, the more demanded they will be, and more people will join the project as they will be more interested in this growing token. And what are the services offered by License M? License M gives you a possibility to work with all the services of the NDE project apart from issuing a loan, granting a loan. Whereas License A allows you to work with banking institutions. Well, I see that a lot of questions are repeated, and they are the frequently asked questions. So rewatch the recordings of our webinars, and if you go to our website, and there in the tab frequently asked questions, you may find over 60 answers. And after reading them through, it will become clearer how to buy a license. You go to the website of the Academy of Private Investor, you select your language, and there you can find training packages, educational packages of the project NDE. But if the price of unfrozen world CIUs is as low at the exchange as the price of CIU, why? How can banks grant borrowings to us? And this is the reason why banks would like to look what may happen to our unfrozen token. And this is the reason why the bank requires our token to be listed at 3 exchanges. But we believe that the application from individuals and businesses will be much more than the CIUs we have. And instead of using my real estate, a house or an apartment as a collateral, in case I lose my job, then I risk losing my real estate. But if I use my tokens as a collateral, then it changes everything. And it is more profitable because the price of tokens increases. And I think that the people will be interested in our product, and the price of tokens will increase continuously. Try to find a job today and apply for a loan 1 month after. No one will give you this loan, as the banks would like to be sure in your solvency, in your credibility, and whether the company you work for will be able to help you, because some businesses go bankrupt as well, and the bank will request a statement of your salaries, of your remuneration, and will do its due diligence as well. And they may request some people to act as your trustee for a loan to be provided. But here we simplify the life of everyone. You simply use your tokens as a collateral. Again, if you are not interested in this project, then it is not mandatory, but digital guarantees, you may use digital guarantees not only to get some borrowings subject to a collateral to be provided, but quite often, the loan interests may be higher than the rental fee for an apartment, and therefore quite often people don't have enough money to pay back to the bank the principal loan and all the interests. Their salaries are not enough to pay bills or the insurance premiums for their cars or health insurance, medical insurance, whereas tokens will help us and they will generate dividends as well. So therefore, think it over once again, whether it is of your interest or not. I don't understand the mechanism why digital guarantees are needed, and whether a digital guarantee is a guarantor for a bank in case individual may not pay back his loans. NDE is a tool. NDE gives you a possibility to get access to those banks, companies, financial institutions that agree to accept tokens, so that you can easily pay for their services. But again, in any case, the contracts are signed between one and another company or between an individual and a bank and etc. I bought on the 20th of May a license. There is a question about the language. I can't change the language. Look, even if you buy a license in the back office in Italian language, you will get it in Russian. If you bought your license, you will use the services. And again, a question about the difference of license A and license M. One license offers you a chance to work with banks, whereas the other, no. Another question, if my dream is to buy some real estate, super expensive, what should I do? First of all, you are to have a lot of tokens, but if you don't have them, then buy them. After that, you are to be included into our registry for the specific period of time after your purchase of your tokens, and then you are to find a financial institution that will agree to provide a loan subject to your tokens as a collateral. Well, if we bought earlier these certificates, can we get a discount and get 50% money back? Unfortunately, no. It's like when you are in supermarket. So you get a coupon and you see that from the 10th to the 17th, there is a discount for some products. But you may not apply for the money to be returned yesterday or 2 days ago, simply because you have this coupon for a discounted period. And the same applies to our product. Who will act as a guarantor? No one will act as a guarantor. You will act as your guarantor, as I already explained. When you can sign smart contracts, and it will be available since September, as I said before. And in case in your country there are still no companies that are a part of our project, you may help us find them, interested companies. And it will be your contribution to the development. Dear friends, look, I don't understand some of your questions. If I buy a license, when will I get my training course received? If it is a license A and it is in 4 languages, Russian, English, Italian, and Spanish, so you will get everything by the end of September, whereas in the other languages in the next 3 months. Because again, we said that we need at least 1,000 licenses in each country bought so that we can prepare the courses in your languages. Now we are in the process of translation of our courses into our 14 languages, but to prioritize some languages, we rely on the number of licenses bought. And I believe it's important that this project must develop. Yes, Emanuele agrees with this feedback, and it will be for the benefit of everyone. Another question, how many world CIUs do we need to get a loan? It will depend on the price of world CIU and the amount of your loan, and we already discussed it today. And can we use unfrozen world CIUs as a collateral? Yes, you can. And whether they are frozen or unfrozen, financial institutions will accept them because you will sign, you will conclude a deal for a long period. And when will NDE project start? It has already started, it already works. And if I get my license today and plan to use it 6 months after, in case there are no further licenses, no smart contracts, then I will tell you that the project is not effective, but it's not the case. We started in March 2020, and we've been working for over a year to find companies interested to program and develop smart contracts, to create websites so that everything works seamless. And at the moment when people are included into the registry, this minimum term requested by a company or a financial institution you will cooperate with. We already work with a different range of products. We created the courses for digital sellers, and we ask you to help us recruit different companies operating in different fields. Is it possible to get a discount or extend the period for a discount longer than August the 5th? No, unfortunately, it's not possible. It has been extended over July 31st until August the 5th. And now in Italy, we have 8 p.m. 38 minutes. So the promotion ended about 10 or 11 hours ago. Well, another question. I bought a license of $100 and would like to buy at $400 with a discount. It is not possible. And license M for $100, you may not cooperate with credit institutions. Whereas a license A, which you bought with a discount, yes, you may use it. It is possible for you to cooperate with credit institutions, and you need to buy license A, but if there is no discount, then you are to buy it at full price of $400. And since then, we estimate a period of 12 months throughout which you will be in our digital rating. Well, as I said, we are interested in having a lot of merchants, entrepreneurs, and the work is not chaotic. So we have the instructions that will train you step by step how to sell our project. So please contact your upline, your sponsor, and do it as it should be done and take all those steps described. If you'd like to be a signaler, then you may take a training course for a signaler, or if you want to be a digital seller, then there should be a license A and a course for a digital seller. As you said, the courses are run online, therefore you may take them while staying at home, and we control the process by means of a test you pass. How many world CIUs I need to use my license? It depends on what you would like to do. For instance, today, we start today, and you may assume one-to-one. For instance, if our token costs 1 cent, if you use CIUs or world CIU, so you can estimate the price. For instance, if the price of CIU is $1, so then you may estimate. So you are to estimate, to calculate the number of tokens that roughly will be equal to the amount, to the value of the goods. And you can do this calculation on your own. All the members of my structure who buy this product with a discount, will I get some percentage? Yes, you will get some dividends and commissions, and you will get a commission under the marketing plan of Evorich. Digital guarantees are not paid. we will use a different mechanism. Digital guarantee is a service, and you may get access to it by taking a training course, and the training course may be paid as you make a payment for any other training package offered by the Academy of Private Investor. As soon as we buy a course of the digital guarantee, do we need to get the lectures? I don't know why you need this project. If you simply want a certificate on your wall, then you don't need to listen to the lectures. But if you want to become a professional, then you must answer all the questions and listen to all the lectures. Will the banks participate in this project in El Salvador? As soon as we have at least 15,000 users registered there with tokens and who are interested in such opportunities, and if you are interested that the banks of your country work with digital guarantees, then please help us to have 15,000 participants in your country, and it will work very fast. I paid for a conference. How can I get my discount? We've discussed it, so that you will get an email with the instructions. You will fill out the questionnaire and you will send it to us, and you will send it back, and instead in return you will get a promo code, and then you can buy your license with a discount. I paid $400 US. Can I get some money returned by using a promo code? No, unfortunately. We've discussed it, and I explained why. And when can we request the credits? At least 1 year after you take a training course. After you are in our registry, 1 year must pass. And this is just in case you forgot. How can I work with my structures? To be able to work with your structures, it's quite similar like we do it normally. So all your partners and partners in your structure, share this information with them. They may be interested, and you may work as well. As our project will expand, will develop, and what may happen 1 year after I am in the registry. Could I get loans from banks in other countries? I would like to answer yes. We already negotiated with the banks, but one of the conditions for the bank to get interested in cooperating is, the condition is the same. You are to have at least 15,000 registered users who participate in our system. Now, to get loans in different countries, there are different commissions, and the only thing which is the same is that to get a loan, you are requested to provide some collateral, and either guarantees may be used as this collateral. And in 90% cases, people are rejected today because they are not viewed as solvent or credible borrowers. But if you fail to make your monthly payment, then you risk losing your property, your apartment, for instance, and well, I may not change the slide, change the pages. We are in page 7 out of 13. Well, now we see there is this question in page 7. We've already answered the half of the questions. In October, we will have a fully functional system. Unfortunately, I will ask you for 1 minute as I need to see other pages with your questions. Thank you for staying with me. Thanks to my assistants. Let's move on. There is another question. I haven't indicated my email. Maybe this is the reason I didn't get my discount. We haven't started to send your codes. We will do it since August the 10th. But of course, if you haven't indicated your email, how can you receive something? Therefore, I would recommend you to contact the help desk and indicate your email, because without your email address, you may not hope to receive anything. The next one, when can I get a discount if you already have access to recordings of the Congress? Please follow your email. You will receive a link, promo code. Will these courses be in Spanish? The recording of the streaming will be in Spanish, whereas the course will be in Spanish as well. How can a digital guarantee be helpful? What is digital guarantee? We've repeated it many times. And if I am not buying this product, will it cause me some damage? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we will pay our rental fee for a car, for a flat, and we will stake and generate some income, and you still pay with your money, with your salary for all the services and goods you buy. Yes, some damage may be caused, but you decide. If you want to become a digital manager, then you must take a training course A for a digital seller, and then you can become a digital consultant as well, and it will cost you a few $100. And in case a company is interested in NDE, can I get my commissions? This is a question from Mexico. Digital manager is the one who works inside the company that bought the educational package. But if you want to earn the commissions for selling training courses, you are to take a course for a digital seller. Digital manager is the person on behalf of the company who gets access to smart contracts, and a digital seller is the one who sells packages and earns his commissions. May I become a digital manager? Do I need to pass a test personally, physically? No, you can do it online, and you can pass your test by staying at home. The questions are repeated. I will not read them out. Why do people need to buy digital technologies? Because the world evolves, and if you don't develop accordingly, you will be lagging behind. There is another repeated question. And when can we start training in Spanish? Next week, we will start sending your courses in your languages. Firstly, course A, then course M, then course A, and then we will start working with the licenses. And the courses in license A are ready in 4 languages. Quite soon, they will be ready in other languages. Spanish is one of our core languages, therefore you will get it quite soon. As soon as I get a certificate of NDE, can I start working outright? The training and education, the training packages which are sent, you will need them to participate in our register. If you want to become a digital seller, this is a different package. You may send us an email or contact the help desk of the Academy of Private Investor, and we will send as soon as possible all our instructions for you to become a promoter. Will I have a continuous assistance from the company, from the project? Yes, of course, indeed. And we've just started on our NDE website. In the section frequently asked questions, there you may find answers to 600 frequently asked questions, and I believe this is an amazing start, and this is a proof that we intend to stay with you and help you. How can I use When can I use digital guarantees? The training packages for $400 are ready. And if you bought the package in March, so 1 week after, we will send you the training course, and you are to pass an exam. After that, you will be included into the registry, and if you find partners who are interested, so as soon as they're ready to accept tokens, then you may immediately sign smart contracts and take benefit of our product. In any case, I've said that the training is mandatory. We have webinars sometimes twice a week, and we explain to all the people concerned all the details of our project. We have Q&A sessions, and you have a possibility to ask your questions, and therefore you have everything needed to develop with us. Well, again, I'm asked how to get support. Please send us an email with a detailed description of what you need, and in case your interest matches the interests of the project, then you will get the fullest assistance. How much can I earn thanks to my investment? Which investments do you mean? Investment into the global portfolio? So we don't talk about investment. We sell education and give you an access to smart contracts. Investment, for instance, in UGPay group, when you buy tokens. If you want to participate in our project, you need tokens. You must buy them from UGPay group or from Unitex, and then you take a training course and you may participate in our project. Who can help me in case I lose? No one can help you. So unfortunately, the way you asked this question, in a similar way I answered it. So there is a question about some database. I don't understand which database you are talking about. There are some other questions repeated. I believe I've already answered them. A package of 400 will give you an access to all the services. Yes, if you are an individual, but if you are a business, then you are to buy other packages, and the price starts from 2,500. And if you are an individual, then a package for $400 will give you an access to everything. I will repeat it again, that this month we will send you all the information Are we having access to training course via Evorich platform or NEEW website? To buy the training course, you are to go to the back office of the Academy of Private Investor, where the course itself will be sent to your email. You will be sent a link, and by following this link, you will get access to the course. How much time will we have to take our training? You will decide at your discretion. until you pass the final exam, you won't be included into the registry of individuals and businesses, and your rating will not be considered. Will we get some certificates? Yes, you will get your certificate and exam. I don't think that it will be difficult to take it as the result. You will see it, but you will not get your results immediately. You will need to wait for some time. If our project went active, then we won't be able to be so detailed in answering all your questions. And should we not have started 2 years ago, we won't have developed it to this extent. So it takes us some time to make lists of our digital rating, but the trainings are ready. And as soon as you take the training courses, you may use smart contracts. But in terms of promoters, our personnel, then as soon as you decide to work with the companies and ask me, when can I do it? My answer is that you are late. Yes, please hurry up. You already can share information. I bought digital guarantees when educational packages were available only in Italian. Can I get this product in my language? Yes, indeed. You will be sent all the lectures, no hurry for the qualification. Therefore, you will get a course in your language and you will receive everything in a short run. Can I change my certificate, my license, replace my package of 100 to 400? Unfortunately, upgrade is not available. If you want license M, so you bought it, and now you need to buy license A from scratch again. I could not get a loan from a bank to buy some housing with a license M. Yes, having a license M, you cannot work with financial institutions. How can I pay for my training course? I already said you may pay in USDU, Euro, dollars. And again, the same question about the recording of the Congress and a discount if you failed to watch the Congress, and you will have access to the recording and you may watch it again if you failed to do it live. Tokens, CRU tokens, will we need them for NDE project? As I explained, 4 types of tokens to be used in digital guarantees. How long will it last? How long will the training cost last? The training cost depends on the package you buy, but access will be endless, and therefore you may watch it again and again whenever convenient. I don't understand some of your questions. Unfortunately, I don't understand what you mean. If we have your email, yes, you will get everything we promised. In NDE, our motto, our promotional motto, that was spread in Italy some time ago, is that Christmas doesn't come on the 25th of December. Christmas comes on the date when we decide. And if you decide to participate in our project, then this is your decision. And the faster you make up your mind, your decision, the faster you will be able to work. And you can become a part of our troops, of our community. And if you speak one of the 4 languages where our courses have already been translated, then you will get them quite soon. If in your country, even 1,000 license is bought there, then you will need to wait for some time. But I would like to repeat you that we need 15,000 licenses to be bought to be able to cooperate with financial institutions. Smart contracts operate on blockchain. What do you need, or what are the requirements for you to sign smart contracts? You must take a training course, pass an exam, be included into our registry. And in your country, there should be at least 15,000 people so that you can work with the financial institutions in your country or from other countries. Is it possible? Can we use children's accounts to get digital guarantees by their children? If you talk about tokens, then yes. A question from Colombia. When will we have? The answer is the same. When we have the specific number of people, members of our system, then we can work with the banks. I have no document confirming that I bought a product digital guarantee. You have an email received as a confirmation. Therefore, please wait and you will get your training course. Banks are interested in our project. I've already discussed it. For us to work globally, banks requested us to have at least 15,000 members in each country, and we must be listed at least at 3 independent exchanges, and we must show them the history of our transactions. In April, I bought the training package at $100. Can I upgrade it? Again, it's the same. Unfortunately, upgrade could not be done, and all the procedures for category A, you went them through. If you have any difficulties, I will encourage you to write to our help desk, and you will be sent detailed instructions. If something is not clear, then any problem could be resolved. I bought a license for $400. Remember, since September, smart contracts will be on our servers, and with banks, we can work only starting from 2022, but with individuals and private businesses, you may work starting from September or October, or as soon as you stay for some time, for the specific number of months in our digital registry rating. And there is a question from Latin America. Being in Latin America, can we cooperate with banks in Italy? Yes, you can. In case in your country, there are at least 15,000 members of our community, then any bank will be interested in entering your market. And is it enough to buy a license for $400 to become a digital seller or a digital manager? No, they are different things. And in case you would like to act as a digital manager or a digital seller, you know all the prerequisites. Well, once again, in the United States, we work and we already started compiling this rating, and to reach a number of 15,000, and smart contracts in September will be ready to use. And it's important that your country is compliant with those prerequisites. Those requirements set by the banks. If we want to cooperate only with the companies or individuals, then you don't need to wait for 15,000 members in community. You may find any partner, and if he accepts the tokens, you may cooperate. And I am certain and sure that quite soon the rules will change and we will be able to integrate digital guarantees into our daily life. Our portfolio and our UNTB tokens, CIU World CIU, will they be used for digital guarantees? Yes, the tokens will be used for these purposes. How will it work? How long it will last? I've already answered this question. And the effect it will have, I already answered this, and this webinar will be recorded. So therefore, find answers to this question, and I'm sure you can do it. So please be patient. We are in page 11 out of 13. I am fed up as well, but I would like to answer all your questions. Look, you don't need to send anything to anyone. Via smart contracts, your tokens will be blocked in your wallet. And in case after you are in the digital rating for 1 year, then through smart contracts, you will get a loan from a bank subject to your meeting those terms and conditions we discussed above. Tokens will not be touched. Tokens are only a collateral, act as a collateral for you to provide to get the goods or services you would like to buy. And the payment of a rental fee, you will decide whether you will use the interest generated via staking, or you will use your salary, which is paid monthly, to make your payment. You will decide. There is another question. When will we be active? We are active already. We already participate in our project. I bought a package in March 2021. Sorry, we lost the sound again. There were some technical issues. Those people who bought our packages in March, they paid 50% at a price. They paid for the package at the price valid in March. But those people who bought tickets to Congress Italy, or those who bought recordings for Congress, they have had 50% discount, but this promotion is over. It terminated this morning. How can we buy licenses? Educational packages are already available in the back offices of the Academy of Private Investor. And if you press the package you are interested in, you will find all the details and the benefits of the questions of the project. We've discussed it. It took us 2 hours to discuss again and again the benefits. Another question: if I buy a subscription, what are my benefits? And for instance, only 5,000 people buy the same license in my country. And if I don't travel, then how can I get, where is my benefit? Digital guarantees are not a ticket to a plane. If you live in a country where there are only 5 participants of our project, and if you want to get the services, for instance, payment for your bills, but non-company joined our project in your country, unfortunately, you won't be able to get it. But you may have the following way of thinking. Today, there are very few of you. And you are in the country which is at your disposal. You may become the head of the structure in your country. You and the system you may create will be in your structure, and you will earn your commissions from all those companies that will buy our packages. There is no a goal to we don't have a goal to set a bank, to establish a bank that will grant loans to all those people who would like to borrow something. And I will repeat that a digital guarantee is not equal to a loan, is not equal to borrowings from a bank. Digital guarantee equals to new system to deal with your monthly payments. This is a new paradigm to buy a car, a new system, and it will be a habit of everyone. And don't be focused on bank loans only. Now, you may twice in your life you may get some loans from a bank for real estate, for property, but monthly you pay your bills. And we hope that you will have a better life every year. Therefore, don't treat digital guarantees as a means to get loans, because loan is a debt, and digital guarantees must become your tool to pay for your monthly bills without disposing of your salaries. This is the improvement of your life, or paying of your bills by using interest earned on staking.
People who purchased in April or May our packages. So if back then you didn't have a discount and you paid $400, then now you cannot use the discount, unfortunately. So if you purchased the ticket to our Congress, or the recording, the access to the recording, then you will receive a promo code, and you will be able to use that promo code and give it to someone else. So people who will purchase it in September, October, November, this training, they might have to pay more than $400. It may cost $600 or $800. So I'm asked whether third parties can use their promo code. Yes, you can. They can. If you are entitled to a promo code, you can give away that promo code to someone else from your structure, or your friend, or your relatives, or I don't know, acquaintances and friends. And once again, I repeat, so someone asks me here, how can I get refunded? I'm not really sure what you mean. Let me explain it again. Those people who already paid $400 for our package outside our promotion, unfortunately, you cannot get 50% back. That's not how it works. It's like you cannot backdate all those promotions. In September, October, November, people who join our project might have to pay more. But if they pay for it now, they won't have to pay more in future. So starting from February, they will be able to use the digital guarantees. So, and if you if you join the product in March and you paid $400, you can already conclude smart contracts in autumn. So this is your advantage. You saved a lot of months, and you will be able to use digital guarantees, the right to conclude smart contracts and use digital guarantees way sooner than people who joined later and maybe paid less. So this is your advantage. So I do suggest you use all those opportunities that the companies offer that are already part of our project. And the more companies join our system, the more services and products you will be able to receive thanks to using tokens as collateral. Of course, again, tokens is a prerequisite for being able to use digital guarantees. When the project is considered completed, well, this is the next question. When the project can be considered accomplished? When we have millions of users, when we see that as many people as possible are benefiting from our project, but it's not like we have any final date. We need digital guarantees to become an everyday habit. We are now in the pilot mode, and I think my grandchildren will not see the end of this project, but they will be in the midst of it. They will be also benefiting from all the advantages. of that project, and will know how to use it to their best benefit. The next question is, will they be able to ask for a bank loan 6 months later? Guys, no, because in order to be able to work with the bank, you need to be in our digital rating for at least 12 months. And as I said on numerous occasions, we need to have at least 15,000 users in your particular country so that the banks in your country would be interested in your person. If you think that 1 year is too long a term, then you can try and do that. For example, go to a bank and offer them and tell them that you want to receive a loan, yet you have your new job only for 1 month. So imagine you got hired, you worked for 1 month, and you immediately go to the bank asking for a loan. No, you need to have some history record. Or for example, imagine you go to a bank and you use as collateral some Zimbabwe dollars that you might have kept after your trip there. Of course, they won't be interested. They will not be interested because it's not really liquid assets. And the license A gives you access to businesses. License M gives you access to working with individuals. So this is the difference. All other licenses will be for companies, for legal entities, depending on their category. So the next question is, who needs QR code? Only companies. Private individuals don't need QR codes. Then when will the course start? Starting from the 10th of August, depending on your language. But sooner or later, the training package will be translated into your language as well. Someone is asking me about shares. Guys, we're not selling shares here, so I can't really tell you anything about it. We're not selling shares, we're selling education, training. If you mean lectures and not shares, because in Italian it's a very similar word, then yes, we give lectures on finance and blockchain and cryptocurrencies. So another question again, I attended the event in Italy. When will I get my discount? Because I haven't received anything in my email box. We will start sending promo codes on the 10th of August with all the instructions. Guys, it is 10:30 p.m. Moscow time. We've been talking here for 2.5 hours, and I suggest we call it a day. I'm inviting you to familiarize with our Digital Guarantees website. We have 600 questions and answers there. I promise you that most of the information is there. And if you want to, in August, we can have one more Q&A session like this. And I will be ready to answer all your endless questions. And I will share with you the information about the number of people who listened to our webinar. You know, our Congress in Italy was watched and listened by more than 70,000 people. So just think about the sheer number of people interested in the topic across the entire world. Some of the questions, people ask some of their questions in the chat. Guys, we won't be able to collect all of your questions from the chats. So please use the Google form in advance So the only question that I will take regarding the discount, the promotion period is over. It ended this very morning. As for where you can buy the ND t-shirt, well, the one that you can see on me, you can't buy it yet, but eventually there will be a tab in the back office where you can purchase our merchandise. It's merch. NDE will very soon be for sale. And guys, again, people who purchased our educational packages in March, as soon as smart contracts are uploaded to the server, in September already, you will be able to use them, because you will be already you will have been 6 months in our rating list. You will be able to make use of the guarantees right away. So I guess this is it as far as the questions is concerned, guys. We won't be able to take all of the questions from all of the chats right now. Thank you for your attention, for your time. I would like to thank our interpreters who I'm sure did a great job, and very soon we will be able to meet again. Have a nice end of the day, evening. And remember that on the 10th of August, you will have the links to all of your training courses. You invested your units, you invested your money and time. Therefore, you will be able to get your licenses. You'll get your certificates, and you will have quite a lot of surprises in store for you. Goodbye and have a nice evening.